Directions next for the STCC resource flyer and with table. So go ahead and open the assignment here and enable the editing. So the first thing, if you look at it, it's pretty plain. All of the text matches. It's the same, Calibri 11. So what I'm going to do is for the title, choose from the styles the one that's called title. And it did bring it to another line, so I'm going to select it and just decrease it just so it all fits on one line. There, that fits on one line. You can put it in bold, and I'm going to choose my most recent colors that I used in the letterhead, the burgundy, so I'll select that. Then for there's 6 side headings, so for each one I'm going to choose heading 1. Student Success Services, heading 1. Student Success Center, heading 1. 3 more. Student Support Services, heading 1. Academic Support Services, heading 1. And then 1 more. And under here is where that table is going to go. So there's 6 of them. But if you notice, the default for heading 1 is the color blue font. So I actually want to have it in the same burgundy as the title. So instead of having to do it to every single one of the side headings, right-click on heading 1 and choose Modify. And I'm going to choose my most recent color. And there's my sample. I'm actually going to put it in bold also. And then click OK. And it does it to all 6 of them. So on the first section where it has a list of items, there's a lot of empty space on the right. So we can split this into 2 columns rather than just 1 column. So select the list and choose Layout, Columns 2. And it has like an extra space between each of the lines. So if you click Home, you can choose in the paragraph, line and paragraph spacing, and choose Remove Spacing After. So it tightens it up. And then we'll do the same thing for the Student Support Services. So start with Study Skills, go all the way to Success Planning. Do the same thing, go into Layout, Columns 2, go back home to get rid of that extra gap space and choose Remove Spacing After. And then underneath Student Services, so you have to press Enter to start where you want the table, and go ahead and insert, choose Object, Text from File, and go ahead and find your table. I know I just put it in here today. So there it is. Insert. Now 2 things. One, it went on to another page, so we'll fix that. And the other is the color of the table is blue, and I think I want to go with that burgundy. So if I go to Table Design and I click the Table Styles, burgundy is not an option in here, and this is the default color palette. So what I'm going to do is go to this design, and under colors, the closest one would be the red, so I'll select that. Now when I go back to Table Design, I can go to Table Styles, and they're more on the red color, so you can pick anything you'd like. Now to get this, just that one line on another page, Control A, which selects everything, and then choose Layout, Margins. Right now it's got a top, bottom, left, and right of 1. I'm going to go to Custom Margins and just reduce the bottom margin. 0.8 should be enough to fit it on one page. And now it all fits on one page. If you have a second page, backspace will get rid of that. So now it all fits on one page. So we went from plain text to actually making a flyer and including a table. And it catches your eye, the colors, the tables, the columns. The other thing I wanted to show you. So if you don't have sections showing over on the bottom of the status bar where it says page 1 of 1 and how many words, right click and choose section. So what happens at the very top, you're in section 1. And as you move your cursor down where we split this section into columns, it'll now be section 2. Then after that, because this is columns, this is one column, this was 2. When we come back to this one, it says section 3. Then when we go back into another section, because we changed it back to 2 columns, it's section 4. Then we went back to 1 column for academic support, so that'll be section 5. So those are all the sections that we've created. And if you wanted to see why they break up, it's because, and you can also see when you're in here, there's nothing in the ruler, but when you click in where the 2 columns are, you can see that it's split. 1 column, that's the margins for the first column, and this is the margin settings for the second column. And the same thing, nothing here, but when I click in here, you have the columns. Those are sections. So that's a save and submit.